more in the day making this video, and I found myself, I started with the project yesterday. I built it. Today I'm going to bring it to the location I want it and assemble it there. I took it apart right now, and just like yesterday, I decided today I wasn't going to first do all kinds of things before I come back on. It does seem like now that less people are working, um, this whole coronavirus thing has made people use the internet and watch TV more. Um, so when I want to upload my videos, I have to wait till night, and at night I can upload it. It seems like everyone's using, and it's so very, very slow. For uploading, it doesn't seem to work. You're able to watch or browse the internet. So that's how my connection service is right now. And as I think it was in 3 and 4 for cold sales, I had read my goals, and then I had put a timeline on, or we did do a timeline, but it did do different times of, it was like my goal made it into a schedule, so it was a combination of both. And I was thinking, my mentor has told me it's pretty much everywhere it's being said, and I'll say it too. And chances are you won't understand or hear it. It seems very strange. I've heard it many times from many places, and I've thought, yeah, that's a great idea, and I should do that, and that makes sense, and things like that. It doesn't. That's that's not going to actually get you there. And what I'm talking about is when you want to achieve something or become successful in something, it all starts with one thing, and it's desire. That's it. That's all you need is desire. So I came up with 6 things, or yeah, I've heard it in a number of different places, and I've noted down a few things here. And the first thing is decide what you want to the very detail. So let's say, for example, if it's for money, if you want money, how much do you want? And if you say I want lots, that doesn't say how much. So for example, if you're going to put a number down, today I want to achieve $100. I want to get $100. You to make it actually more understood, I'm going to say $137.26. That's how exact you need to be with what you want. So the first thing is decide what you want. The second thing is, what are you going to give for it? Or what are you going to give up? What are you going to do to get it? And there again, you have to know what you're willing to give for it. The third thing is know when you want it. So, like I said, today, since it's today, then I'd have to say a time and by the hour and the minute, possibly actually also the second. So let's say today at 8 p.m. 8 8:27, and for the seconds, it will be 49 seconds. So that's when. And after you have decided those two things, write it down, write a plan down. And that's like I did in 4 there. I wrote down a goal. So you could write down goals, but make a plan exactly what, to the details, what you want, what you'll give for it, and when you want it. So you write down a plan around all that, and you have to begin right away. So you write it down now, and then you begin your plan right now. So, and then the last thing here, once you have done all that, and you're taking action on your plan, then have your plan with you. Let's say beside your bed, or even in your pocket would be better. Just carry it around. That's right there. And if it's, let's say you wrote it down on cardboard, pizza box, or whatever, fold it up, stuff it in your pocket, have it nice and uncomfortable, and possibly even bulky, that even other people can see. So let's say you're walking around and looks bigger than any phone you ever have had in your pocket. People might ask, what's that? Perfect. It brought you back to your plan. It reminded you about your plan and your desire. All this starts with desire, and you have to be, like many will say, hungry for it, and your hunger and stuff. So desire has to be that you truly believe that's what you have to have. That's what you have to do, and that's what you must give, and all of that. You truly have to believe it. And in the morning, first thing you do when you wake up, you read it out loud. Read your plan out loud, and then see it. You see it and believe it, that it's happening. And then carry it around wherever you go. It doesn't matter, anywhere and everywhere. So if you end up going like a 5-star restaurant or wherever you may go, and most people would not take that in their pocket, still take it in your pocket. Walk in there. Maybe the right person will ask you about it, and you tell them your plan, you tell them your goal, you tell them what you want, you show your passion, your desire you have. And with that, if he's in that same profession, or he wants to achieve the same plan you want to achieve, he might be the beginning. And just because you or him had started a conversation. And if he asks you about pizza box, pizza box in your pocket, then that will give you, and it will give him the ear to listen to what you have to say. And it gives you the great opportunity to speak your passion and desire. And with having it as a true desire, something you must have, and you will always work for it until you achieve it. When he sees that and hears it in your voice, then if he is the right man, he'll let you know. If he's not, you might think it became of nothing, but after that, a month later or whenever, that same man you spoke to can talk to someone else or run into someone else who is going to help you with that, and say and let him know about you, and he will find you, and that can be the beginning. So it can happen anywhere, anytime. The real beginning is your decision and desire and passion for it. That's the beginning, and don't be shy. Speak it out. Uh, like I was saying, have a pizza box in your pocket. I'm not saying you have to actually have a pizza box, but have something that cannot be forgotten. So if you write it on a big stone and put it in your pocket that it weighs a lot, or is bulky or uncomfortable, or anything like that. And it doesn't have to be uncomfortable, but it has to be in a way that it's always reminding you, so that you don't get discouraged, you don't lose focus, and start going along with others opinions. So a lot of people do not have uh, the heart, bravery, I'm not quite sure what word you'd use, to actually do or even say what they want. Most people, they just follow. Doesn't mean you have to change the world in every step you take. It does mean you cannot let go of everything just to be able to follow. Oh, the question is, follow what? There's so many ridiculous, useless rules out there, but everybody's following, and nobody knows who came up with it, what's it for, how does it help. They're all clueless, but they think it has to be followed. And sure, you want to follow rules? Follow my rules. Those are the rules I'd like to follow. It's just my own. And otherwise, this might be, I don't know, where did this idea come from? Like breakfast, for example. You have bacon and eggs is supposed to be breakfast, possibly toast or whatever. I don't know what people have for breakfast. And it's like, okay, well, what if you want to eat something else? Just eat something else, I would say. You don't have to follow that rule of whatever breakfast. Maybe you want to eat something else and eat something else. Some people drink coffee, some people drink tea, some people drink beer, whatever, you know. Water, my favorite, but so it's not like you have to, just because a few people have, or it's apparently some kind of rule. Rules do help in some areas, but all rules are restrictive. Well, I guess you could, most rules what I've heard of anyways, I guess you could make rules of you have to take action, you must speak your mind or you must do this or that, um, then I guess it would not be restricted by getting you to do what you want to do or to take action. So, anyways, I didn't want to change this to rules and things like that. Uh, that's usually a thing where people want to come up with you can't do it. I think that more means I don't want you to do it because you're gonna make me look bad if you do, and I want to be above average, and I want to consider you to be a little less than average, so that way I'm better than you. I think that's probably what that means when they say you can't do it. Uh, Maybe it's more like instead of saying you can't do it, they could say don't embarrass me. Because those who say you can't do it sounds like someone who would be lazy, who wouldn't want to try to do something what's difficult or something what has not been done before. Um, a lot of times that could also mean they think less of you, and if you do that, then you're not what they thought you were, something like that. So desire, that's what I was going to talk about today. And if you have a big enough desire, a strong enough desire, all those limitations, uh, also the sayings of you can't do it and things like that. Some will even try their very best to get in your way. Um, they will even try a number of things to make things more difficult or try to make you fail. It's silly that way. Uh, I don't understand it, but there is many people who will do that, and usually it will be the closest people to you. It's strange, but usually that's what it is. If you decide to change or you decide to be more than what you have been, uh, funny thing is you will have a lot of pushback. That only helps you. You you won't realize it at the beginning. When things get more difficult, uh, and it seems like it's impossible, don't even go there. Like what I mean is in your mind, don't accept that whole idea is impossible or can't be done or he might be right or whatever. No. Where's your desire, right? Desire first. So you have a big desire, it doesn't matter what gets in your way, who gets in your way. Um, there has been many inventions out there what's never existed before, and now it's old news, right? Um, so there's so much proof, even in history. You can look back before hydro was built, before the light bulb was built, before the wheel was designed, before the electronic was designed, before internet came along, before anything, before any of those things would have been the same as right now when you want to achieve something. Many people will have said it can't be done, doesn't exist, be realistic, it's impossible, all kinds of things. And if nothing else, they try to even stop you from achieving it. And Henry Ford, I don't know if he was the first one who made vehicles or not. I'm thinking there might have been a few designs before, but most of them would have just, if you want to go faster, the solution, I'm sure, what would have come to mind is get a faster horse. Now, having a horse, it's a hobby. It's not, I guess there's a few ranchers or whatever it may be, but it's more like a pet, like having a cat or a dog or something. It's the same thing. It's not practical to use. It's more to have as a hobby. So I'm sure there's many different types of sports, many different things you can do. For a farmer, for example, I don't think many farmers, and maybe if they want to go to the pioneer ways, they might, but most farmers would get a tractor, not a horse, for working and things like that. And that's what we do with transportation. And the car seems to be a must. Everybody has to have transportation in one way or the other. So those who have a car would have a very hard time letting go. Those who have a smartphone, to let go of all phones, not to even have a flip phone. I think a lot of you guys don't even know what that is. And before landlines, if you give up all phone and internet access, that you'd have to do it like the pioneer days where you'd have to go to someone's house to talk to them or meet them somewhere to actually speak to them. I would be very surprised for everyone to let go of all their phones and computers and internet access and everything, to let go of all that, because you can't do it. It's happening. But in the beginning, most of them would have said the same thing. You can't do it. With those few who had the big enough desire, they made it achieve. And now everybody finds it to be that they have to have it. That's part of their life. So if you want to do something, do it. And before you know it, everybody has to have it. So just go with what you want, have a passion for it and a desire, and always work towards it. Never give up. That will be all for today, and see you tomorrow.